Okay, finally, we're on. And hello, my name is Jing. Welcome to my channel. And if you've been here before, welcome back to my channel. We are here to react to Foodie Beauty's live stream entitled Hang With Me. I know it's too late for me to use this disclaimer at this point, but don't use this reaction video or the other Foodie Beauty related videos I've made in the past to send hate or harassment to Foodie Beauty. She has enough haters to worry about. On the other hand, this video is not intended to tolerate the substance abuse that Foodie Beauty is admitted to doing at the moment. We are just here to analyze what did she actually said. Did the lies get worse? I know the answer to that, but it's still okay to have an inquisitive mind once in a while because it's not healthy to jump to conclusions. We still need to see the goods, as they say. So, let's begin. I hope I got the sequencing here right.
What are you doing, Titan? Hey, you being a good boy. You sleepy? Huh? What a good boy you are. Hmm? You tired? Titan, you tired, boy? Hey, are you tired, boy? Can I have a kiss? Good boy. Hi, Brooke. Hi, Lucky44, Life and Stuff, Sarah. I don't want to talk too loud. Page Master, Shadow Band, Jiu-Jitsu, Donna, Joe, Donna, Vanessa, Florida, Krusty Toji's, Ashley, all this time. Hello, Travonda, Mega Beezer, Army Wife. By the way, I'm trying this. Picked up these at the store today. Evian sparkling water has magnesium and zinc. It is basil and grapefruit. It tastes like soda water, like a Perrier, but more expensive.
Yeah, one of the few live streams where she starts the stream not with her face, but with the dog sleeping on the bed. The room doesn't seem like the same room she occupied in previous live streams. This was aired after that raging community post, so it might be true that she is finally in a different area. On whether she'd slip up again, revealing the actual spot, or she stayed after that trip to the ER, we have yet to see.
King, Natty G, Princess Baby. I don't look like crap. Look at my hair. Look at my hair. The color's already worn off. Okay. Yeah, this I'm not sleeping here. It's just this is like the dog's room because I'm staying with a relative to look at his toys. Do you know you're spoiled, Titan? You know you're spoiled. You're a spoiled Roddy, aren't you? You're a spoiled Roddy. Titan, can I have a kiss? It's okay. Go to sleep. He's so tired.
Oh, God. The dog's name is Titan. Thank God. Chantal did not accuse the poor dog of being just being spoiled because of all those chew toys in the room. She must have wondered why the dog has its own room and why that relative chose to put her in that room. In that room, it's a far cleaner room compared to her pigsty apartment with Pete's.
he's been like he's like therapy for me right now. Hi. Hi. Beeson. Oh, that's not my dog. That's my uncle's dog. I don't want to like disturb him, but he's taking up like the whole bed. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm gonna try to be get into the bed without disturbing him because he's a good boy and he doesn't deserve it. I can get into bed. Yeah, I just figure um
He's like therapy for me right now. Confirmed, she's not in her own home. At least we can confirm it in this episode. She's not in her mom's room either, since if you're familiar with Chantal's mom, she has a dog named Buster that does not look like Titan, obviously. Chantal must have realized also that since this is not Buster, so he will not tolerate her antics the way Buster would. So even if she tried to be nice to the dog, Titan did not move out of his sleeping spot to accommodate Chantal. And dogs are territorial. It will not give way to Chantal simply because he's the human homeowner's niece.
okay, there we go. Hi boy, come here. Come. Good boy. He loves me. It's a dog that actually he like follows me to the bathroom and everything. He's so cute. So yes, I know my pupils are huge right now. I'm probably still have stuff in my system. I don't know. Like I don't know what's going on. Oh no, I smoked a J to relax. It's so relaxing out here. Like quiet, quiet. So what happened was uh he knows I'm struggling. He kept licking. Look at it's irritated here. That's from him licking the IV site where they put the IV. And look
Rabies.
what I still have on my leg. It's from the EKG. So I'm not focusing on too much on the negativity, but it's just that like um I find the addiction shaming disgusting. Like and don't tell me it's not addiction shaming because I've had people message my family members and be like, your daughter's a crackhead or you're a chunky junkie. That's real. That's real. That's so nice. Last night,
Ugh. Where do I start with that? Okay, according to her, addiction shaming is disgusting and she does not want to be told that it's addiction shaming. No matter how hard she tried to distract herself from the negativity, well, she's been avoiding it like forever, she still ends up thinking about the people who she claims shamed her. Some folks in the chat agreed, claiming that it's already shameful to be an addict and then people end up shaming you. I don't need to shame anyone here if that is the case. But Chantal, asking not to be shamed for doing something shameful, on the other hand, and I'm not limiting to the addiction one, like what do you expect from people? Not everyone understands your issues in a way. God damn it, man. Not everyone understands you. You're not the center of the universe. You're not the sun, no matter how round you would get. Well, Chantal finds it a lot easier to frame issues in a way that causes inconvenience for her rather than thinking how she might be an inconvenience to other people.
um, I relapsed. So you know the video where I was like, tea time. I didn't take anything that day, um, but I relapsed like the day before. So it was probably still in my system. So I relapsed yesterday, and uh, ended up doing way too much, like to the point where it was like all night, and it was just like I just So this is like probably going to be triggering to talk about because it talks about drug abuse. So I just wanted to let you know. I'm going to be telling like what happened, and it's actually like helps me to tell you guys, and like you're my VIBs, so I know there's not as much negativity talking to you guys, so it's going to be okay. Um, After the bouncy ball, no, that was a different day. The bouncy ball day, I didn't do anything. Like I had no weed, nothing. So the next day, I think
Now she's trying to reframe it as if these are the days I'm not high, and these are the days that I am high. Like, and then here she is saying that she relapsed. Like, I didn't take anything that day, the day before, but I relapsed. Yeah, she can't get her story straight. Sounds like she doesn't even know what relapse means. And she keeps using those words, like she knows how those words are actually used. Also, she claimed that she didn't take anything on the meme inducing day of the bouncing ball. I hope she's not deliberately adding these extra details so as not to confuse the truth sleuths. So, as to when she was high, or what she was high about, when she was high, what was she high about, and for what reasons, whatever reasons she may be providing here, you know.
yeah, I'm just gonna tell them what happened once, and then so I basic.
By the way, I can't get over the fact that she said that this is highly triggering. That this is highly triggering, and you've been triggering your audience for quite some time. Like, what triggering parts are you referring to? Like, oh my God, it's as if you have forgotten how many times you have triggered your audience. You should be thankful that there's still people that still had the gall, still had the stomach to watch you despite everything else. Maybe because at this point you're a specimen in a laboratory called YouTube being studied on how far can you go sober or how far can you go alive.
I'm just gonna tell them what happened once, and then so I basic. I'm doing a lot better. So I did way too much. I pretty much did like a total of like 4 grams. Um, I bought like 8 grams, 7 grams, and I ended up like flushing the rest of it this morning with my uncle on the phone. So what happened was, you never realize how lonely addiction is or like struggling is mentally until you reach out and ask for help from people around you. So like something so simple, but something I never wanted to do. I never wanted to burden somebody with something like this because this is heavy. Like if you have somebody who's an addict in your life, it's a heavy thing to deal with. Um, you know what I mean? It's like really, really, really heavy to deal with. So, hi Marissa, Page Master. So okay, yeah, Beeson, I know. But basically, sorry, I had. So what happened was, by the morning, I was just like at my desk, and like I looked at myself in the mirror, and I was just like, oh my god, like what am I doing? Like this is this is bad, you know. And I guess I feel lucky that I don't know. I just felt like this is it. Like I have to. Yeah, I'm like I have to do something. I have to ask for help. Like I just really felt alone, and I wanted help. So I called, tried getting a hold of my mom, but I think she was still sleeping. It was pretty early. So everyone I tried to get a hold of was sleeping, obviously. So but BB called me back first, and he's such an amazing person, you guys. Like as a human being, he's so caring and so amazing. He's like, you know, um,
4 grams of what? 4 grams of edibles. Since you mentioned about those substances, it's not safe to assume which of those substances did you partake of. She herself isn't sure. She just remembers flushing the rest. And why do I feel skeptical that it's BB that she talked to regarding her newfound addiction? For now, maybe I'd take her word for it. I know that might be being too nice of me. For now, I'd take her word for it until she contradicts herself, which is maybe just a matter of time. I can't help but notice that she keeps looking on one side of the camera, like her pre-written statement is hanging there. Like, yeah, here's my written statement. This is what I will tell my audience, so that she would she would at least elicit the sympathy of her audience at the moment, which is mm, suspicious at best, because maybe some things in her story are true. She just changed some names. That, or she doesn't remember who actually helped her. That I'll just continue here.
by like checking in with him and stuff like that. And I don't know. He's an amazing person because I did lie to him, you know, a few times. And be like, no, I'm not using, you know, which you don't want to tell people you're using because then they're on your case about it and you just want to keep using. You know what I mean? But no, I don't want to. I don't want to. This is not my life. Like, when I compare, it's like, okay, an eventual life of like homelessness, just complete, uh, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want like that kind of life. Addicted, homeless, no friends or family left to support you. I mean, I don't think my family would ever like not support me, but well, I don't know. But um,
It's actually sad that we can't confirm at the moment if if her family actually supported her. As I listened to her story, as I listened more to her story about how she told BB everything about the addiction, the more I got skeptical. BB is the man who had enough of her lies. The man who stayed in the relationship for around 7 years and eventually found the courage to kick Chantal out of his life because he had had enough of her lies, the cheating, and what else. And then Chantal would stage another pity party and he'd lend her his ear like a true friend would. I hate thinking that Chantal kept referencing BB as that one true friend when BB will never have his own YouTube channel for the sake of debunking everything that Chantal said on her own YouTube channel. Besides, if you would look back at some of those old videos, BB looked forced to face the camera. Like he doesn't even want to be part of any of this. That's how I view it based on how how stoic BB looked. Makes you wonder what Chantal actually saw in him. He had that kind of personality, but who knows if he's actually a nice guy in real life, the way Chantal describes him, because maybe he is nice, so nice that he can't protest at the fact that Chantal would keep including him in her videos, in her mukbanging face. Chantal's own family at least tried to intervene. Well, at least they tried. Chantal would rather credit the attempts to getting clean to BB, and that's where it's really suspicious to me because, as far as we know, we are aware that she is almost estranged, almost, from her family. That's how I view it based on that birthday live stream. Because They can't even tell her what to do. It's like just to avoid an argument. Okay, let her live stream. Just to avoid any arguments here. Because she already ruined the birthday party. She's already 37 years old and she still finds opportunities to bully her sister, and it's really sad.
Or Eurobees, like you guys, my friends, my family, and like my friends, you know who you are, who I've been talking to, my family are just like the reason that, or 6 feet under. Yeah, that's what my uncle said. He said, um, with addiction, especially drugs, like harder drugs, it's like you get clean or you die, pretty much. So, um, he's dealt with.
You, you can't, God. With drugs, you either clean, you get clean or you die. Well, yeah, pretty much. I'm not sure if that is enough to scare you at this point, but it's true. There are some junkies out there who may be still alive, but I know they're in jail because they ended up doing worse things, or being high on various substances made them do worse things. So it's really hard because if you analyze her uncle's advice there, either you get clean like Robert Downey Jr. or suffer the same fate as Chris Farley. Um, I've only seen, I think, that one movie by Chris Farley. Then I, I just, I had to check my references here, and I read that yeah, Chris Farley died in the past, and he's also, I had to research about him because he's the example we used at the Kiwi Farms, since the reported cause of death is overdose. He OD'd on various substances, and one of the substances that were found out in his system was cocaine. So, cocaine so far is the only substance that Chantal has admitted to abusing, and she seems not to consider her current intake of the edibles as abuse. I mean, if you'd look back at that confession video, admitting her addiction to cocaine, she immediately picked a bag of edibles to calm herself. It's like, yeah, she's having these anxiety attacks. She needs something to calm her down. It's like, and then there, there was that part, the earlier part of the orange julep live stream where she was so down. She was so, oh God, she's so depressed. And then she went to the bathroom, like, and then you hear that sound. And then by the time that she got out of the shower, she's hyper again. She's happy again. Like, yeah, it will get you thinking about what actually is she on? What actually is she on? What cocktail did she shoot up her nose? Where the hell are these other substances? It's like she may be admitting to one substance and not tell about the rest. Like it's enough that she would mention about her addiction to cocaine, and then it's like lying by omission. We all know that Chantal lies, but either she doubles down on her previous lies or she lies by omission. There are a lot of things that she's not saying, and everyone else is just waiting for her to have a Freudian slip. If you're familiar with the Freudian slip, that is.
With a lot of people, like friends in his life that were addicts and stuff, and like gone to NA with them. He offered to go to NA meetings with me. Um, so he said, I'm gonna take you to the hospital, and then you're coming home with us for a few days because you can't be alone right now. Um, so I said, like, obviously I prefer to be at home, but thinking of being at home, yeah, it would be a trigger right now, probably. Yes, Sarah, I'm very, very fortunate to have good friends and family. Um, so having the support, I think, is what's going to make this different. And so what I did was, I admitted to him, I said, I still have a gram. He said, right now, while I'm on the phone, um, not a gram, an 8 ball. So um, I flushed an entire thing down the toilet. So with him on the phone. Uh, and then and then I know, so expensive it was, but that's the thing. Like, I'm I make pretty decent money to support myself, but not to support a cocaine habit.
Yeah, compared to the rest of us smaller YouTubers, you make a decent amount. And where did you put that income? To your drug use. I remember, she mentioned that she was told by her uncle that you can't be alone right now. It seems like the uncle viewed Chantal's life with a roommate is as good as alone. I mean, you have a roommate, but the uncle viewed it as alone. It seems like he knew that Pete is too nice to save Chantal from herself. And it's easy for her to claim that I make pretty decent money enough for myself, but not to support a cocaine habit. Notice the choice of words used there. She claims that she makes enough for herself. It makes you wonder if she even contributes to the household expenses apart from the cooking and the cleaning that she could have done for Pete's, because that's supposed to be the agreement for living together, right?
No, you know. So what happened was, I started getting like really bad chest pain, like, and I have pulmonary embolism. So people blaming me for being a burden on the healthcare system, blame my doctor, because I was told that anytime I have chest pain, they told me to go. Okay, so gotta add a bitchiness in there. So anyway, I'm lucky to be alive. I know. So anyway, and I went and talked to Pete about it. Um, yeah, he's
Really.
gonna take care of the cats for a couple days. I don't know how long I'll be here, but
Mm.
anyway, I ended up needing to go to the ER because I was feeling like I was scared. Like I'm not a person who, I mean, I haven't used any kind of drugs years and years and years, and it was more like party thing. So I'm not like a habitual, like, you know what I mean. So for me, that's a lot of stuff, and I was panicking. I'm like, you know, I was like, BBW 420. This was not cut. Like it was like pure. Like it was like pure. It like your whole face is numb, and that's why it's so addictive. Like the stuff I used to do at parties was crap. You know, this was like I've never had that. Um, Chest pain is an emergency matter for anyone. Exactly. People are so stupid. It's disgusting. No, it's true. Like, why are you going to the ER for addiction? Because drugs have a negative effect on your whole fucking body, and I want to make sure I'm not dying. No, I mean it is cut, but it's more pure than stuff I've had. Like really pure. Like a lot more pure. It's really expensive. It's like double the price, and
I remember coming to a live stream, reacting to one of Chantal's live streams, asking if Chantal's health issues can be covered by Canadian taxpayer money. I was told yes by live chatters who claimed to be Canadian citizens. It was mind blowing for me because we are in the middle of the pandemic. People get sick and wait forever to be admitted to a hospital. It's already the case in some countries, even before the pandemic. Now it got worse. And someone like Chantal, fully aware of the harm substance abuse can do to your body, would get the same benefits as Canadian taxpayers paying the tab. I guess the main difference now is how far up the priority list is Chantal if the only issue some Canadians have with their healthcare is the long waiting list. That might be the reason why Chantal's uncle had to put his foot down and intervene in a way that he knew how, by uprooting Chantal from her cave. Let's call it what it is, a cave. Well, you can also call it a pigsty. And Chantal did a Stephen Assanti in return by flipping the bird at the Canadian healthcare system. If you're not familiar with with Stephen Assanti, I would link at the description box the archived version of Mr. Medicare's video about one of the most infamous contestants at My 600 Pound Life that is still alive as of this video, complete with the laughing and shoving it to the faces of the American taxpayers' money, all the expenses or all of the benefits that Stephen Santio reaped courtesy of American taxpayer money.
See when you're ready. Yeah, if you need help, you just go and like it's a medical issue. Hi, Dax. Yeah, Bobby Joe, you got this. It's hard. It's really hard. Um, it's not like 100% pure. That's not what I'm saying. Anyways, that's not the point. It was a lot more potent than stuff I'm used to, so it didn't take much to become addicted to it. Um, yeah, Dax. So I just thought, no, this is not the life for me. Like my life is like I'm ruining my life. Potentially. So what I did was went there. Um, the nurse is so funny. The nurse was like giving me like a pep talk, like get your life together and blah blah. Blah. And so they sent me right back to like to be hooked up to monitors and stuff, and then they did an EKG or ECG or whatever it's called. I gotta get that off my leg.
ECG. Yeah, I'm familiar with that procedure. Yeah, I find it funny the way she described the drugs that she had um, coating. It's a lot potent that what I was used to, unquote. This is why old videos, even deleted ones, are resurfacing, showing Chantal has been addicted to these substances before. And they don't mean food. It sounds like a direct response to speculation about how long she's been snorting various stuff. Remember that in order to make your lies believable, Chantal, you need to be consistent with them. I find it challenging at times to skip watching some parts of your live stream out of fear of missing something. Because the way you can say something and contradict the same statement in the same live stream is amazing. You don't rewatch your own live streams to at least solidify your arguments. By the way, it's called ECG. Something to test your heart to your something to test your heartbeat rate to check if your own body betrayed you by being honest to the nurse instead, which is you may claim that you're having chest pains, that it may be the blood clots or it may be the heart rate that got faster than normal, and that's how the nurse will know. I know she's being nice to you and all, but an ECG is still a way to know if your heartbeat rate is still normal. And of course, if it's not normal, well, it may be the after effect of the drugs that you've been using too. You know what I mean?
I gotta get that off my leg. Um, uh, no, especially when you've had a history of pulmonary embolisms, you want to get it checked out. You know, like I thought I was overdose. Like I was scared. I'm like I'm just here to make sure I'm not dying. And so she was like, um, I wasn't there long. They just did some tests. Everything was normal. No blood clots. My glucose random. I don't think that's A1C. It's just like a test they do. Glucose random. Uh, when last time I was at the hospital when I was like 402, it was 17 and it's 8 and it's in the normal range for glucose random right now. Like it showed the range, it was like 6 to 10. So it was 8. So I was like, actually everything was a lot better since the 70-pound weight loss, like vitals wise. Like my pulse was like 73, my blood pressure was good, was normal. Yeah, my sugar's down. Um, but I need to keep on being healthy about it. Like it's still a struggle. We went to I didn't eat in like almost 2 days. No, I ate, it was like a whole day at least. I didn't eat, so I was really hungry today. But by the time, and I had a bad headache, so the nurse was so nice and the doctor, they were like, um, they know about my YouTube channel now too because they asked me what I do. um,
Yeah, you seem so proud of your career as a YouTuber. Are you sure that content is the kind you want to show to medical professionals? Are they sane enough to stay nice the moment they discover the crap you put your body through for the sake of putting out content in real time for everyone around the world to see? Maybe the maybe because the moment yeah, I just remembered my blood sugar count. But on one of those times I got hospitalized because here's what a medical professional that I'm familiar with did. The moment my blood sugar exceeded 500 milligram, beyond 500 that is, I will show the screenshot of the conversion I made. Um, my doctor decided to get me confined in the hospital until my blood sugar is lowered to safe level. It's like, no, you're not leaving. You need to stay in the hospital. Just an emergency situation, almost like emergency situation. So yeah, normally it's the doctor that decides if it's an emergency situation or not, and if it is, then she would find a way to. Yeah, my doctor has a hospital that she's connected to that happened to have an available uh, emergency room at that time. This was years ago, before the pandemic. So my doctor decided to get me confined in the hospital until my blood sugar is lowered to safe level. And this was after my consultation about why I always feel tired, I always feel sleepy and fail to sleep the moment I hit the bed. And shout out to Kidney J for explaining the differences between the way Canadians read blood sugar levels and the way we read blood sugar levels um, here because oh good. I'm having an appointment with my doctor this week to make sure that I'm still within the safe levels of blood sugar. Some yeah, some medical professionals are willing to look like jerks if they have to ram down your throat the need for medical interventions. And minutes ago, you Chantal told your audience to blame the doctor because you still get these perks from the Canadian health system. Well, not everyone will blame the doctor. Maybe some will blame the doctor if they're trying to do something harmful. If they diagnosed you wrong, maybe they would be blaming your doctor for that, but not for diagnosing what is good for you. So, yeah, good luck if any of these nurses and doctors see your channel and get get the Canadian horror story that Toad McKinley has shared on his channel. It's that documentary about Chantal. If you're new to any content related to Foodie Beauty, it's linked on the description box. And also make sure to like, share, and subscribe this video as early as now, so that you would be alerted immediately of the future content I'd be uploading, mostly about Foodie Beauty. Let's get back here.
um, You need to be eating. I know it's not healthy not to eat, but when you're using, you don't really want to. Nurses are so underappreciated for sure, especially since she found my vein the first try. That meant so much to me. So I wasn't there long. I had a really bad headache. I thought I was having like I think I have a blood clot in my brain from the cocaine. I'm like, I'm freaking out, and they're just like, So they did like blood tests to make sure there's like no sign. There was like a D dimer. It was like normal. Sixth try. Usually we do hi Penny. So what happened was they gave me Tylenol and I felt like probably like an hour and a half later. I think they like just wanted me to relax and try to like come down. So Mitsu meow meow. Um, Shrinking Project and Paper are FFG supporters, really? What was I gonna say? Hi all this time. No, I've not used. I can't use here. Are you kidding? You think my uncle? He's like, you have anything on you, like um,
Yeah, if I have anything on, you'd definitely get something worse than the doghouse, perhaps. Yeah. If Chantal wanted to nip some other topic brought up in the chat box, she'd immediately change the topic. Well, she looked taken aback by that claim that her chat box got infiltrated by French Fight Girl supporters. That was the term used in the chat box, supporters. What difference does it make? I remember one of the so-called enablers coming over to Frenchie's live stream, being nice and all, and appearing later on Chantal's live chat box, claiming that um, he raided Frenchie's live stream. I think that was a plain cheeseburger, some other beezer. It obviously ruined Chantal's mood. Like, have you seen how her eyes got shifty again the moment that she realized that, yeah, some of these members, some of these paying members are actually FFG sympathizers. Yeah, that would definitely ruin her mood.
check my stuff. Uh, I'm like, check my stuff. Check my stuff. Uh, you'd never let anything come here. It's like in the middle of nowhere. His house too. Well, it's like boonies kind of. It's not in the city. So, hi, Tide. You're such a good boy. You're sleeping. So anyway, what was I saying? I wanted to finish my story and I can never focus. Oh, really, Ivana? How about you all just stop beezing? Listen to my story. Anyways, um, hi, Halloween Andy. Where was I? What was I saying? I can't think clearly right now, guys. Like I didn't even remember. My my eyes are really big right now. That's weird. It's probably still going to be in my system for a while. I did a lot. And you know what? It wasn't so bad, like being at the hospital and having all the support. I make a beezer that I last used last night, like yesterday, and I haven't slept yet. Nope, no, Donna, but I'm tired, and I ate today really well. I had some, so yeah, we went after they picked me up from the hospital. We went to they know my YouTube channel. Went to what was I gonna say? The grocery store for food. We had cabbage rolls and rice tonight. It was really good. That was really good. I was really hungry. I was so hungry. And I picked up some pizza buns, two pizza buns. I had one today. Those Evian waters. I got some grape leaves. Oh no, Vans Beezer. And what else? Oh no, you sire. Sorry, I have a pimple. So anyway, oh yeah, so inpatient treatment, no, you have to pay for like rehab, thousands of dollars. But if you want, it can be covered by the government, but there's a wait list.
Yeah, a wait list. Chantal's current home may be in the middle of nowhere, according to her, like the boondocks. Her words, not mine. But she still has her phone. It may be on data or Wi Fi, so maybe it's not off grid enough to not get internet connection and still live stream to her heart's content, or whatever is left functioning in her heart. If the mobile data connection is the trade off to make Chantal attend these um, supposedly narcotics anonymous meetings, we'll see how it goes in the coming days. I will not spoil that for you if ever you seen the other live stream. At least the uncle put his foot down on keeping Chantal away from these substances, and yeah, she confirmed that there is a wait list. Well, how else can that be?
I don't need and I don't need detox. So like medical detox. So but what I am doing is I called right away also, right? Used. I messaged everyone important to me. I said I've used. I need your help. I need to go to the hospital right away for right there for me. And that motivates me to be there more for people too. You know what I mean? Um, I wish I really, really carry a lot of guilt. I wish I was there more for Mike because, like, I talk to him every day. You know, he's somebody who didn't survive his addiction. So, um, I always have him in my mind. You did all the right things. Um, because, well, I don't know if I need, actually, okay. Because what happened was Curvy Cutie, hi. Yeah, there's 12 NA, Narcotics Anonymous. Um, Pete's is supportive, but he doesn't really have much he doesn't really understand addiction as much, you know. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you being here. No, it does help. Like, you know, because you guys are a support system too. You're not nobodies. You're my VIBs. You're my community of supporters, and honestly, that's what I just need right now. Like, you know,
I'd like to apologize if ever you heard the dogs in the background while Chantal was talking. I know, I know. If you're familiar with some of my previous videos, I've always had a problem with the dogs barking in the background, but it has become an inside joke that whenever I am reacting to something, to some person's video, and then the dogs start barking or howling in the background, it's like some even dogs can sense the bullshit in what she's saying, and maybe this is another one of those times. So uh, they started reacting to the part where Chantal said, "I don't need detox." Really, really. And yeah, she also said, "I really doubt the doctor or any of the general practitioners ever told." Uh, oh wait, that's. Oh God, I can't get over the dogs. I really doubt that the doctor, any of the general practitioners ever told her this, that she doesn't need detox. Her liver can only take so much of the substances she snorted into her system. It's practically starting to be startling at this point. On It's amazing how she's still alive. I'm not comfortable with the way Chantal talked about Mike. Mike is no longer around to refute the things that Chantal said in this live stream. What if Mike's family chose to stay quiet about the actual cause of his death? Whatever circumstances surround Mike's death should not be a talking point for Chantal to use. Chantal wanted to keep clean. If a friend's death snapped her out of her addiction, the least you can do is mention the loss without having to name the friend that died due to addiction. Allegedly. Please, let Mike have his dignity in death.
I was like, well, I just won't answer the questions I don't want to answer.
Bleh.
But I know I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Cannabis got me through recovery. Yeah, it is for real. This has to be a turning point. It has to. So I meant to say at the grocery store is I feel so scattered. I don't feel right in my head right now. Probably because I didn't sleep. But I had cherries, pizza bun, got some fresh cheese. Had those. I had one cabbage roll with a bit of rice, and that's it. That's all I can stomach right now.
I just won't answer the questions I don't want to answer, according to Chantal. It makes me wonder why I have to live stream. I know the term echo chamber has been thrown around several times at this point, but it's one of the things Chantal can be consistent with, at least. And then she even said here, this has to be a turning point. It's supposed to be a turning point, Chantal. You may not admit you're broke. Your mom may not always be watching your streams, but it makes you wonder what actually made your family care about your health now. Did you ask them for money again and you had a Freudian slip or somewhere about where the money is actually going? That might explain why you had to mention what you ate to prove to your remaining audience that you won't eat takeout for the meantime.
Oh yeah, so therapy. So um, yeah, because otherwise transfer of addiction will just keep happening, you know. Or I'll go back to food or something if I don't get help coping with stuff. They call weed a gateway drug. Yeah, in the 50s, Joe. Or do they still call it that? What kind of cheese did I get? I got fresh St. Albert's cheese. It's like really fresh cheese. It's like not in the fridge. Coconut water, yeah. So then tomorrow my mom's gonna come up with my sister. My sister's very worried about me, and they're gonna come up here. We're making homemade pizzas, and then I look like I don't know, just keep busy with stuff like play with the dog, with his ball. He's so cute when he chases his ball. Um, what else? So I called right after I called my family to pick me up. I called this addiction center for women, and the lady answered right away, and she was so nice. Like they're so nice to you. Like these people were so nice. I think I need the weed right now, sunshine. It actually like takes the jitters away. Um, I'm not treating you guys like therapists. I'm just telling you my sharing my story with you. I'm not asking you to, you know, uh,
Defensive.
I'm not asking you to give me life advice and stuff like that. I'm just asking you to listen and just be here and listen. That's all. But yes, I need to talk to a therapist too. They told me that in order to get it funded by the government, I have to go through this place that's like a hospital. It's out of a hospital, and it's like the
A hospice or a hospital might be a Freudian slip again. Well, you're not treating your audience as therapists, sure. We are giving you that, Chantal, because an actual therapist will tell you what is wrong after listening to you talk. That therapist will tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Those folks in the members only chat, they mostly just tell you what you want to hear. The generic "Go girl, yes queen, I'm here for you. You can do it." Mostly empty platitudes meant to placate your fragile ego. You know what I mean?
s- SAR or some kind of addiction recovery assessment. So like recovery assessment. So like what they do is they call you like tomorrow I have an appointment at 2 and they do an assessment. It's like a half an hour long. So um they're going to assess my addiction, my problem, and I'm going to be totally honest with them, obviously, because I need then I can get the appropriate help I need. They're going to determine, or it might have been like say a half hour. I think it's like an hour and a half call, but it's like two phases or something. Anyway, they're going to determine what type of level, like what kind of need help I need. Um, but inpatient, there's a big wait list, and like there's like what like
Excuses?
so I don't know what they're gonna do with me, but like she kept saying like, "Are you on any other drugs? Are you on any opioids? Are you on any heroin?" And I was like, "No." Are you on like anything like that fentanyl or? I was like, "No, just coke. Like I'm just doing not just coke. Like it's a big deal." She said that the withdrawal from coke is not dangerous like opiates. So I don't know if I'll need like a medical. I don't think I'll need a medical detox because like I'm not the I have like symptoms, but they're not like life threatening. You know, like opioid withdrawal can kill you, and alcohol withdrawal can kill you. So, um,
She just said she's claimed that she was told that she doesn't need the medical detox because of lack of symptoms and that they're not life threatening. The way she tried to downplay withdrawal on coke compared to withdrawal on opiates or alcohol is concerning. This is why I can't help but agree with those who are skeptical about Chantal's trip to the ER because it's definitely a doctor that can diagnose if she needed a medical doctor or not, or a medical detox, sorry. Medical detox or not. She's clearly not a doctor. And the way she described withdrawals at best is suspicious because she'd pull any unverified medical claim out of her ass just to push forward the talking point in her live streams. Yeah, she'd downplay the problem itself as if trying to justify her lack of need of therapy. And most members are afraid to call her out on her bullcrap unless they want to end up in the same fate as the banished Beezers. This is how dictatorships work. You'd shut up if you don't want to be ostracized from Chantal's exclusive member club. Yeah, it may not result to death, but you'd be removed.
so what turned to a couple lines when I was in the party mood ended up being a full blown addiction in like just a couple months. Of course, never would admit that to myself, you know. Um, So, but they definitely provide addictions counseling and they have groups. Like, I'm going to be able to attend these groups with other women, um, underlying conditions. Well, they don't know all that. They're gonna get that information from me tomorrow. This was just like the lady calling to make an appointment with me, but she was still helpful, you know. I'm gonna follow what they tell me. April Emoji, are you actually gonna follow through this time? Put your health first up. Excuse me, milking my members for attention? How about you go like really? Like how about be hidden on my channel? Like it blows my fucking mind that people actually think I create problems in my life for attention. Like people are like sick. Anyway, um
Anyway, too bad I didn't see if that member got blocked or not. I might rewatch the version with the live chat. To quote Chantal, what turned into a couple of lines when I was in a party mood ended up being a full blown addiction, unquote. Chantal then went into defensive mode again when somebody commented how she likes attention so much that she's milking the situation for attention, milking for attention. That's pretty accurate observation there because here, Chantal, the more defensive you get, whenever you get called out for your attention seeking behavior, the more you get questioned for these types of behavior. You may block one member, there would always be a couple or three more that would raise the same question. So, yeah, good luck on that blocking spree.
yeah, yeah, that's why Angie I went to the hospital, you know, because I wanted to make sure that I wanted to get like a clean bill of health, but now I have to get like all this STD testing and stuff. Like I still have to get all that done with my doctor. So, but I got the ball rolling, and I'm very well supported, and that definitely makes a difference. I'm like, but my family's not stupid. They're like, because already I was like, I kind of wanted to go home tomorrow. I'm like, you're not going home tomorrow. So I need a couple days to just really get out of my system. I think it takes like a day, but that's a lot on your body. Yeah, it is. Milking my members. Like, give me a break. That's what happens when you listen to these stupid friggin' reaction channels. Ugh. Like, some of them are just friggin' stupid. Do you feel more serious this time than last time? Yeah, I do. I feel very serious. Because, like I said, what's the alternative? Ruining my life and dying? No, I don't want that. I was doing so good, like going on my walks, and I don't care like how I lost the weight. I'm glad it's off, and I'm gonna just move on and keep it off.
Mm, calling reaction channels stupid will never make claims about your attention seeking behavior false. You realize why some reaction channels end up accumulating more time to analyze your behavior? Because time allotted to watching something or someone makes reaction channels like me see a pattern of behavior. Whenever a pattern of behavior is established, habits are formed, and old habits die hard. I have to skip at this point, knowing that no matter how hard Chantal tried to explain herself, she'd see a comment, question, or super chat and be interrupted all over again with her train of thoughts. Like, how easy it is to interrupt Chantal at this point.
No, basic. Like was doing it by myself. Like at this point, like the whole night, like just like 4 grams to myself. Um, I can't find any way to join as a member. Oh, okay. Well, if you're on your iPhone, you can't join from your phone browser. You have to use the Safari browser or a computer. But there's a link in the description to this live stream if you want to click it. Thank you. But you know it's the right thing to do. It is the right thing to do. Like, um, they don't have a way to contact me, Chris Stapps. They're blocked like everywhere. Sure, you can unblock people, but that's the thing. Like, there's always a way if you really want to use or you really want to get in touch with somebody. You know, um, has been making comments about your pupils being so large when you use your pupils large tonight. Yeah, Annie, I think, but the thing is like, um, would you expect an alcoholic to give up booze and cigarettes at the same time? No, so smoking some. Yeah, exactly, Marissa. Um, I was on my iPhone. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Emma. What was I saying? Who was I answering? There was somebody up here. Stop escaping through excess. Exactly.
Yeah, your enablers. Chief of the Marissa mm, keeps on egging you on to. Yeah, go ahead. Yes, Queen. You can unblock people. You admitted that here in your stream, which is why the topic about blocking will always pop up in the chat. We know Chantal is using a mobile device to stream. Unblocking members may be tough using the phone, but it's still possible. Chantal just won't do it because she's so addicted to attention. She would stream before she would even go check out her YouTube studio if she has that app on her phone. She literally allows herself to be interrupted mid sentence, just so whoever threw in a question will be accommodated. Hence, that sentence about saying, "Yeah, who was I answering to?" Like, she remembers the question, she doesn't remember who asked it. That's how that's how bad her need for attention is.
The pupil, like, I did that tea video at like 6 in the morning. I was, I didn't use that day, but I used the day before. So, yes, because I used all night last night up until like this morning. Like, I stopped using at like
Last night,
8 a.m.
days ago, what is it
or
really?
so. Like, early, it was in the morning, like before going to the hospital. It was like maybe like an hour before, like, you know,
Your eyes are darting all over
like
the
before, I don't
place.
know. I don't remember. It was like early morning. So,
Your eyes are
what was I
darting
gonna
all over
say?
the place a while ago.
Did
Now
you
you're
use the day we went to chalet? Chalet? No, I didn't use. Nope,
oh,
absolutely not.
it's really tough when some of the streams don't show dates when they were done. YouTube, be it on browser mode or mobile device app mode, it would simply say streamed 4 hours ago or streamed 2 days ago. Not, it would not show the date. It becomes a convenient loophole for Chantal to not tell them when she was high, when was the last time that she used, when did she stream the early morning tea stream, or when was actually the last time she snorted some drug that may or may not be laced with extenders. That's also another reason why some people at the Kiwi Farms were saying that it can't be pure, that no matter how many times or how much Chantal described as pure, very pure, a lot, how many levels are pure of pure are there in cocaine, you know? Chantal only looks straight into the camera whenever she's angry and wanted to go in your face mode in getting herself heard and snarking at whoever said something she didn't like. Now, she's trying to explain when was the last time that she used, and her eyes are darting all over the place as if she's digging in what's left of her brain to convince her audience, like in this case, Annie P. Annie will believe everything Chantal will say as long as she will not remove her mod status again. Sounds desperate. So yeah, other members can still ask Chantal specific questions. Yeah, there's still some members here that can still ask Chantal very specifically if she used before going to the chalet, that place in Montreal. Chantal needs a good memory to remember which among the early morning tea and Montreal chicken dinner got streamed first. Uh, she doesn't seem to remember which got streamed first because otherwise the next questions will be more and more specific on when did she actually use. She may not admit what substance did she use. She would limit the questions to the questions that she is willing to answer, not the questions where her lies might get busted, or not questions that were based on live streams that other reaction channels have made.
Absolutely not. Uh, the purple exercise ball I didn't use that day. I'm not. I mean, I have nothing to. I'm gonna be honest. So it must like I don't know why my pupils were big that day. I really don't, and that's why I went live because I was looking at them like they're gonna think I'm using, but I'm not. Oh my god, you're loud, Titan. He's snoring. Um, but I did. Yeah, and I haven't slept yet, so my eyes are like big. You know, they should go down maybe in a couple days or something. I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes they do. If you smoke weed, do they get big too, or is it just? No, I really don't know. I don't know. They do look big though. Your text came at 6:45. We're crazy that day. I know, and it was from the usage the day before. Let him snore in his bed. 7-8. We need a month sober beeson party. Yes, Ashley, I agree. I just keep thinking like
That dog snoring, are you sure that's a snore and not go? Yeah, maybe the dog reacted that way and it ended up sounding like a snore to you. So now Chantal is claiming here the dilated pupils are from the usage the day before. She just said that the last time she used was the day before the early morning tea stream. So she's live streaming so much that, yeah, she's taking advantage of the fact that some of us may be losing track of which stream got aired first. Now she's still being told about how dilated her pupils are, and she said it's from the usage the day before. So when is it really? Now somebody asked about a Beeson party, and Chantal is feeling giddy again. It's really starting to look like she took in these drugs to look cool and be admired for being a party girl. You're free to speculate, when did the drug abuse actually start? What's clear to me is if these things can make people notice Chantal and shower her with attention, she'll keep doing it. So one can only imagine if somebody turns off the Wi Fi and disables the mobile data on her phone. She'd be literally disconnected from her beloved Beezers.
he'll stop smoking cigarettes. Oh, and that's another thing. When I would do it, I would smoke cigarettes. Like I hate cigarettes. I can't smoke cigarettes. Like that's so bad for me. Like it's bad for anybody, but I have problems with my lungs. Yeah, I feel anxious right now. I notice when I feel this way, my pupils are larger. So it must like re-trigger like a feeling. Like my brain's like, you haven't had any in a while. But I'm okay. I'm not craving it bad right now. It's actually really amazing that your family know. Most people wouldn't. I told pretty much everybody, Louise, close to me that I could think of, um, in a very brief moment of like clarity, I guess, like desperation, because I know that if you don't tell anybody, like secrets keep you sick, right? That's like the main quote or whatever, and it's so true because if nobody knows, nobody knows, and I think that's why I told you. Um,
Nobody knows, nobody knows. Just the nose. Yeah, speculation about uh, the tea that she's drinking the other day was shroom tea. Notice how Chantal did not directly admit or deny it. She, well, she simply mentioned that she doesn't have shrooms anymore. She mentioned anyway that she would only answer questions that she wanted to answer. So, yeah, put that question in the loony bin, I guess. And since she doesn't understand what an ECG device is for, she could not share on her stream what the normal heart rate is and what the results came up in the ECG. Chantal simply agreed on that comment about the faster heart rate with the cocaine intake. She also mentioned that she hates smoking cigarettes. She did not elaborate that much on why she had to smoke cigarettes despite hating it. She can't feign ignorance on not knowing what it might be against the against the terms of the lease agreement. Maybe she knew, but got so preoccupied with the substance intake and much she's getting and how far she can convince her core audience that she's not high while streaming. Chantal talking about keeping secrets is like Perez Hilton apologizing to Britney Spears about Britney keep doing something to make him write or comment about it. It's just unbelievable at this point. Yeah, I know. I went there. When the talk doesn't match the walk, you become familiar with similar behavior. Sometimes it is numbing. But Chantal talking can really unravel thoughts I normally associate with shady individuals.
honestly, I got really into a habit of liking. Danny, did you see the dog? Oh, he's such a good man. Here, listen.
Mm.
What, Lori girl? Someone recently said on a troll live that they turned their back on someone that used. What? They don't even know my family. Like, what? My family doesn't turn their back on each other. We're very close. His name is Titan Sandy. Moaning dog. Ooh, a Roddy. Yeah.
Oh, God. If Titan the dog would get her attention, she'd use Titan. Titan is trying to sleep, and Chantal would keep bothering him to make the audience like her again. Yeah, she'd do it. Titan has zero F's to give. Zero F's. Speculations about how Chantal's family turned their backs on her has some weight. It's very possible, especially after that stream where she turned Natalie's birthday into a streaming episode where everyone talks about her instead of Natalie. It's like her mom realized how bad the situation is and called Chantal's uncle and thought Chantal is his problem now, not hers. So if the mother daughter relationship is so broken that her mom resorts to asking other people to watch Chantal for her, it shows how she still has problems saying no to her eldest daughter. And yeah, I know, I've read somewhere that Chantal is the fruit of a teenage pregnancy that her mom allegedly would rather let the grandmother take care of Chantal instead of the mother, meaning she left Chantal to the grandmother, perhaps because she's too young to take care of a kid by that time. Yeah, it seems like the abandonment issues are there. Either she's aware of that and she's trying to numb all of this pain, all of this negative emotions uh, coming over her by taking in these substances. Well, at first it was about the food, and then it's about the drugs because of the psychedelic highs that she experiences. And I suddenly remembered why she has this habit of age shaming people, like there was someone talking about her that she did not like, and then she would simply resort, oh, she's 65, or she's old, or she immediately assumed that this person talking negatively about her is a 65 and above, like a senior citizen. Like, it reminded me of an old video, not live stream. This was a video that she made years ago about, and it was also covered in Todd McKinley's video about how her relationship with her grandmother is not exactly healthy because she likes to eat, that's a given, and she was asking food from her mother, or grandmother rather, and then she asked again, and then the grandmother realized that she keeps asking for food that she scolded her, like a normal parent or grandparent would. That it I think at that, as early as that time, the grandmother realized that this kid has an eating problem or an eating disorder, uh if you'd rather go use that term instead. And her idea of trying to control Chantal's food intake is by scolding her and reminding her that she already ate, that she doesn't need to eat again. So that's just a theory that I have on why she has these issues with the older women. Maybe because deep inside she also hated her grandmother. Kind of shallow, but we know how shallow Chantal had gone in the past.
He's my support. He's an emotional support. He's a support dog um, for my uncle, and my uncle was in the military for many, many years since he was 18, and he's been through some nasty shit and has PTSD. And my lovely dog, his lovely dog here, helps him. So, um, forgive yourself. Yeah, I'm trying. Like a lot of people don't want me to forgive myself. Spencer Carter, Annie, he's hogging the whole bed. Look, here's my body. I know I look like Humpty Dumpty right now. Like, lay this way. Tighten, tighten. I hate to bother you because you look so comfy, but I hate to tell you. Sleep vertical. Intervention. Oh my god.
It's been a while since I watched Intervention. In an attempt to explain why Chantal's uncle has a dog, she ended up saying some things about him. Maybe not enough to accidentally dox him, but enough to know that he may not immediately give in to whatever whims Chantal may have. I don't think taking in a loose cannon for a niece would help if Chantal referred to her uncle's PTSD in the present tense. Then again, she has a history of saying how some family members have some psychological disorder in an attempt to generate attention for herself. One of the Beezers told her to forgive herself, like, forgive yourself. And Chantal replied, and I quote, yeah, I'm trying. Like, a lot of people don't want me to forgive myself. Unquote. Even the part about forgiving herself, she blamed it on someone else. It took almost half a minute for Chantal to respond, and the camera is turned to Titan, so we can't see if the shifting eyes got worse. Chantal's eyes shift so easily, especially when she's doing mental gymnastics in an attempt to explain herself. Notorious liars always have an explanation for anything, whether it's needed or not. It's like Chantal is setting her expectations if ever she gets caught in a lie again.
I know. Look at this. Donatello Bellissimo, welcome to Very Important Beezers. I'll give you a hairy armpit jiggle. Ready, set, bees. Oh my god, Marissa. Like, wow. Yeah, I'm gonna take him for a nice walk tomorrow. If they let me, I don't know. He might. Fresh ingredients. I'm not going home tomorrow. Fresh ingredients. I'm not. I don't think I'm ready to go home just yet. My mom and sister are coming up though. It'll be nice to see them. Yeah. Sorry, you're looking at my nose. It's clean. I blew it so hard today. So many times. Hi, WM. Annie, I'm not sure what's going on right now. Yeah, I'm gonna get some more CBD because I found it actually did help with anxiety a bit. I don't have them with me though. Yeah, Callie. Oh, what I ended up doing. Sorry, basic. I'm so bad for this. You talked to my mom earlier? Yeah. Yeah, my mom is really worried about me.
Yeah, the dog is the new tool, if ever. Chantal said, I would take him for a nice walk if they let me, unquote. So she's making plans now, whether or not the folks approved of it. She's happy another viewer signed up for a VIP membership. Not sure if it's a new member or just someone renewing her membership. If Chantal herself didn't know, I didn't know either. That's how much she cared about her members. Chantal may know what's going on, but only partially because whatever we have planned the uncle had in mind, he had to be one step ahead, or at least early enough to avoid giving Chantal any hints about what will happen next. I know Chantal is not the sharpest tool in the world, not the sharpest tool in the shed. I messed up my idiomatic expressions, I know, but it's better safe than sorry. He's dealing with a notorious compulsive liar here. So keeping her in the dark about the days to come might help. Might. Also, Chantal overshares, so it might be for the better that Chantal does not know everything for now.
My aunt, I have my aunt too. Like, I really have a good support, and I'm very thankful for that because, you know, just having somebody you can call and say, can you help me? Um, Shannon is a dear friend. She's all Annie. I met her when I was 15. She's gonna come. We're gonna go do a vlog in Montreal one of these days when I'm feeling better. I like doing this. I have a great support system, and it really helps. Like, I always hear people say, you need a support system. You need a support system, and honestly, I would stubborn and like, no, I don't want a support system. I don't want to like burden people, and I don't want to like talk about my problems. I don't want problems. So if I just ignore them, they'll go away. You know. Anyway, they don't. They don't go away. You think they do, but they manifest themselves in other ways. Mental illness, eating disorder. What else? Addiction. No, Montreal. Why not? It's something to do. We're gonna walk around. It's healthy. I know, Dax. I do. I feel happy, and once I get the counseling in that I need, addictions counseling or whatever, I'll see what they say. Oh my god, basic. So, what I've been getting in I have my little drawer I showed you guys, my little setup of the drawer. Um, oh, Toronto, yeah, maybe. I'm not sure, Sandy, what kind of help up I'm going to be getting. They're doing like an assessment, a recovery assessment, like a recovery needs assessment.
Hmm, assessment. I don't think you would like what they have to say. Chances are that therapist is not a beezer, nor ass patter, nor any of the personalities you could hoodwink with your story times. You have reached the point of storytelling a lie. You can't tell which among the stories shared are lies and what small truth is left in the shuffle.
So I just put on my music, um, and like whenever I would do that, I would just like sit there and zone out and just listen to music and do it like every 5 minutes. Try the CBD. Megan, hi Chantal, hope you're feeling better. Oh, I miss my cats too, Megan. Never hesitate to ask for help. Yeah. No, I'm not unblocking. I'm blocking Eggy Toast. XXHSXX. Welcome to Very Important Beezers. Ready, set, bees. Sorry, I have a hairy armpit. One. I'm all natural today.
Oh, natural.
When they were canceling me, I saw them. What did BB have to say? Well, he's very concerned. Called me a couple times today just to check up. Oh, hi, Donatella, Bellissimo. Thank you. Who cares if they were on another channel? That's petty.
Wow. Just give a platform for Eggy Toast already. Chantal blocking Eggy Toast and keeping said member blocked will not shut him or her up. Reaction channels keep multiplying despite the sensitivity of the topic because if you block any paying member from speaking their mind on your channel, they will find another outlet of their frustrations for their frustrations. Some commentary channels have no other content but rants, whether they get the views or not, because it helps them unload their frustrations to the world, hoping that said rants would eventually reach you and get under your skin. Remember that French fried girl used to be subscribed to Chantal until Chantal blocked her. Now she watches Foodie Beauty, rants about everything she sees wrong with Foodie Beauty, and earn an audience that composed of former fans, casual viewers, and haters alike. So yeah, all we need to do is to wait for Eggy Toast to put his or her own channel to unleash everything wrong with Chantal in his or her own perspective. To quote Chantal, who cares if they're in another channel? That's petty. Unquote. Petty, but still lost income for you. It may not be clear whether the membership is refunded or not the moment you block the member, but I still end up sympathizing with the blocked member because they paid you $4.99 only to be blocked. Not everyone who gets blocked rejoins using a sock puppet account because it's no longer worth it. I have to skip again before I accidentally doze off. It's starting to get sleepy at this point. I know.
Um, I'm trying to figure out. I'm gonna see what's happening with the treatment. Um, he's so sweet, and then I'm going to. I don't know if I might. I kind of want to just take off and go to Jamaica. Like seriously, like payday and just be like, bye. We're going to Jamaica. I think that would be so healthy too, because my aunt eats very healthy. Just because somebody like does whatever, some kind of substance in their house doesn't make it a trap house. And that's just like fucked up rumors to make about people. You're just causing trouble in people's lives. Ugh. And these same people come here, have the fucking nerve to come here and call me a liar. Yeah, you're gonna be blocked. Bye. We disagree there. What? Would you move there or just visit? It's not a good idea. No, I would just stay for a while because it would be a good environment, you know? It's a natural environment, natural food, healthy food. My aunt cooks very healthy. She's always been there for me. Yeah, I told my aunt what was going on. She's always been there for me in like tough times, like when I had an abortion, or she was always there for me with like really, really, really tough things.
Shout out to Kiwi Farms for pointing out that part to me. I guess she just mentioned why she's so bent on joining her aunt, even if it's just for a while. She's not moving to Jamaica for good, so. mm, Well, about her aunt, maybe she tolerated Chantal so much that when she needed emotional support after her abortion, her aunt was there for her. I uploaded a separate clip for that before uploading the whole reaction video. Chantal keeps mentioning Jamaica like it's the end all be all to her suffering. Of course, it seems like she's just into black guys and the bees in life she has always been dreaming about. Plus, she does make it sound like her aunt in Jamaica is the only one who understands her. Not counting on her next YouTube payday to be enough to book a flight to Jamaica, though. Apparently, she's not distracted enough to remember the newbies coming in, signing up for a membership, just to call her out on her lies. I don't think that's a good way to spend $4.99. But go ahead. You do you. I find it funny that she accuses reaction channels of spreading rumors about herself when she immediately tells on herself anyway. Like that abortion she mentioned, as if it's the most normal thing to happen before the hysterectomy. Um, some Kiwis at the farms mentioned how she has nonchalantly mentioned about the abortion in the past, and it really seemed like the disparity between about or should I think disparity is not the right word. The casualness with how she mentioned it shows how it's something that's easy for her to do. It's so easy for her to dispose of things that she doesn't need anymore. And well, she found it so easy to dispose of peace in the past the moment that she met BB. BB is clearly the one that got away. And yeah, I was mentioning about the farms earlier. They mentioned that one of the first times that Chantal mentioned about her abortion was when she officially confirmed the breakup with BB. That she partly blamed herself about it, that maybe she'll never have a family or she'll never find someone like BB simply because she realized that some of these men are just looking for a relationship with having a family as the end goal. Like you're going to have a girlfriend, you want to have a child. Maybe you may or may not marry that girl, but at least you have a kid to look forward to at least give life meaning to it, give some meaning to your life because you have a kid. That might be the mindset, and being with Chantal would stop her from having the normal family that he wanted. I mean, who knows if she still loved Chantal, but there are people willing to walk away from a relationship no matter how much they love that person if it's no longer worth it. Although I can't help but think that it's not simply because Chantal is incapable of having another um, or having another pregnancy, because yeah, his she no longer has a uterus, so it's it's no longer possible for her to have a kid. But maybe if she at least mend her ways, she tried to change herself for the better, maybe baby stayed. But Chantal is incapable of doing that. Those are my thoughts. I would be ending my thoughts right there. How about you? Which part of these excerpts distressed you the most? Chantal is basically that trash fire that you don't want to stare at but can't look away. So feel free to express your frustrations at the comment section. Make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to be immediately alerted of future videos, especially videos about Chantal. Thank you very much. See you on the next video. Bye bye.